Here's how we get above the line. We get responsible. Self-responsibility means I'm responsible for taking care of myself. I'm responsible for my own thoughts, wherever they come from, they're mine. I'm responsible for my impulses, feelings, my behaviors and actions, the consequences those actions bring to me, and the impact my actions have on others. I'm responsible for that. I'm taking responsibility for that, self-responsibility. Accountability. Accountability means I keep my agreements. I do what I say I'm going to do. I'm willing to be accountable. I'll make an agreement with you, and if I don't keep it, we'll have a discussion about it. I'm going to be accountable. I keep my agreements or I renegotiate. I don't hide out. I'm willing to be accountable. Vulnerable. Now, vulnerable may sound like being weak or something. That's not what we mean here. We mean being open, honest, direct, real. We're willing to be real. So, Marvin, if I take responsibility for my own stuff, I don't put it off on you. If I keep my agreements with you, and I'm willing to just be open and real with you, what does that create between us? If I keep my agreements with you, I own my own stuff, I don't put it on you, what does that create? Anybody? Trust, yeah, trust, exactly. It creates trust. And trust, we say, is what creates relationship. Authentic relationship with a capital R. So we say the above-the-line world is the world of relationship. And down there, blame, justification, being right are all the behaviors, and there's lots of other versions, those are just four that stand out, that erode relationship, that undermine relationship. And we're suggesting it's a choice, and if anything, all we got, somebody said, Gary, you talked about recognition, right? Whenever I recognize I'm below the line, and I acknowledge it to myself and to others, where am I? I'm above the line. That's all it takes. Just acknowledge I'm below the line, I'm back above the line. It's a choice. And not only is it a choice, I think Perna and I really feel strongly in our own experience that it's a privilege. That it's actually a privilege and an honor to live above the line. Because it's how we actually get to live not on the me program, where we play out all our childish dramas, the me story, but where we get to live in service of life, in service of others. And when we live above the line, life will start asking a lot of us. Because above the line people are a great and important and valued commodity in life. And life will start giving you things to do because we need above the line people to do things, to hold that space. So it's an honor and a privilege to live above the line. And it's not really a burden. It feels scary because when we often think of being accountable, what's the first thing you think of with the word accountability? Work. Responsibility. Me, blame, right? In other words, who's going to get blamed? Right? Hold accountable. Oh, I've been blamed enough in my life. I've been getting in trouble since I was this tall. I don't want anything to do with that. It sounds horrible. That's not what we mean by accountability. This isn't about who gets blamed. A lot of times we don't want to move into accountability because we feel it means somebody's going to get blamed. We've been conditioned that either I'm going to get blamed or you're going to get blamed. Whenever there's anything going on in life, somebody's going to get blamed, and I've been blamed enough, I don't want that anymore. So I'm going to use my adaptive strategies to hide out. I'm going to blame shift, I'm going to justify, I'm going to be right, all those things. By accountability, we're not talking about blame, we're talking about ownership. Just a sense of taking ownership for my own life. I'm responsible, I'm going to own my own life and step into this space of accountability, which for me is, even though this doesn't look like it here, maybe up there above the line, there's a nice, with the little sun up there, it's the blue sky of human life. It's where all possibility is, authentic relationship is, all the really great stuff in life is up there. Down here, we get all kinds of little emotional payoffs. We get to play our rackets out and we get our little jollies off, right? I would say, though, this is the junk food of the emotional world. This is the potato chips and candy bars of the emotional life. But the really good stuff, the organic vegetables and, that kind of stuff is all up above the line. The life-sustaining energies are above the line. And so this training, a lot of this training is, as Perna said, is going to be to imprint a new context in our body. We all know how to do the below the line thing, right? Anybody not know how to do that?
It's imprinted in us.
Deeply imprinted us.
You listen to the conversations that are happening in the world, and 99% of them are below the line. So like Fleet was talking about cultural before. They're cultural. They're completely cultural. At work, out on the street. I don't care if you're at the Boulder bookstore, which is, an enlightened bookstore. You will hear people talking below the line constantly. It's imprinted. And the thing is,
where did we first learn the drama triangle? What was the first drama triangle we were all in? Mom, Dad, and me. We've been doing this since we were this tall. It's been deeply ingrained in us. So it's really imprinted in our bones and our marrow. And we're good at this. We're going to try to imprint something entirely different over these next 3 days.